multiple times. The biggest reason I've been having fun is due to a very simple yet powerful change. Supremacy. This is what I've been saying all along.
Why is there no conquest? Where are the command posts?
Where are the command posts? Where is Conquest? Where is that classic Battlefront 2 gameplay?
The command post has been lost, but not the battle.
Galactic Assault is fun, but the maps are restrictive and linear as hell. It feels like you're doing the same thing. Yet these exact same maps opened up in Supremacy.
Yeah, now you got it!
This is how Battlefront 2 was meant to be played. All-out chaotic warfare. The beauty of it is, with such massive landscapes, there are endless opportunities for unique engagements with other players. On Felucia, I found this really cool camping spot and just stayed there for a while, getting kills until eventually I was flushed out and I had to run around and find another place. I've always wanted to play as an Ewok and shoot Darth Maul with a bow and arrow. I mean, you could do things like sneak through the enemy's forces in Supremacy, where there are kill barriers in Galactic Assault. You can use a tank the entire match. You're forced to get out in Galactic Assault. By removing and or extending the battle lines, DICE have vastly improved the gameplay. This one time we were assaulting the clone base, and me and my buddy Mo just charged past 100 guys, destroyed the interior. It was such an awesome way to win. In some maps of Supremacy, there are two phases where you fight on the ground, the winning team boards the other ship, gets a chance to take down their systems from the inside. If they fail, run out of time, you guys go back to the ground and another round begins. It's got that Battlefield 1 operations type magic with just how long the matches can go for sometimes. We get the best of both worlds with Supremacy, the freedom of engagement in the first phase, and a more linear objective style in phase 2. What's great about Conquest and Command Posts is it gives every single player at least 5 things to go do. Players can choose any one of them, and they're bound to find some action there. You had so few options before, and now you have so many. Did I mention they also added in bots on the ground? You might remember these guys were only in Starfighter Assault for some reason, but now battles feel way larger than they used to. The great thing about Battlefront games is even if you weren't good against other players, the bots gave every person, regardless of skill, something to shoot at. What Battlefront 2 has achieved is recreating what made the original game so fun in a modern version, and that's all I've really asked for. What they've also achieved is a huge sandbox brimming with potential. Sure, it takes a bit of time to learn what each unit does, and I constantly have to refresh myself anytime I use heroes, but it's way better than it has been. It is an immense task to properly represent all 3 eras of Star Wars equally, and over time DICE has done a great job of that. At launch there were 2 prequel heroes. Now look, isn't it as beautiful as Chancellor Palpatine? Can we get a Chancellor Palpatine skin, please? That would be awesome. It's real hard to keep track of the total number of maps because many of them are mode specific or split up, but sweet Jesus, there's a ton of them. Map rotation is excellent. I'm not getting bored or tired of any of them. I don't feel like I'm repeatedly playing the same experience.
A ferocious fight between good and evil. In the thick of the Clone Wars, the forces of the Galactic Republic and the Separatists clash in a high-stakes tug-of-war.
Initially, Battlefront 2 didn't have much Star Wars magic. You know, those moments that tickle you on the inside and bring out the most carefree, fun-loving parts of ourselves.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
This game was muddled by controversy. It felt very corporatized, like nobody was really listening to what people wanted. But with every update, the game got more love. In terms of like character skins, emotes, voice lines, references, those things that make you glad you're a Star Wars fan.
There is no emotion, there is peace.
Familiar quotes have re-emerged, giving me the biggest nostalgia boner you can imagine.
Just like the simulation.
Banter between the heroes and villains is so awesome to hear in the moment, even if it's just Finn and Captain Phasma talking shit.
FN 2187 spotted. Concentrate fire on him.
The name's Finn. Who's in charge now, Phasma?
Traitorous whelp. Whatever you call yourself, you are FN 2187.
With a game as vast as Battlefront, it's about the variety of encounters. Emotes represent classic character moments from the films. Outfits for all heroes and classes allow you to express yourself fashionably.
What I remember about the rise of the Empire is how quiet it was.
From the character models to voice actors, mannerisms, animation, every character now holds that Star Wars spirit inside of it. And you gotta respect some of the original voice actors from the films and Clone Wars series reprising their roles in this game. It makes it feel authentic. There's no better fit for the job. Microtransactions still exist, but it's just buying crystals to buy skins and whatnot. I'm totally fine with this as you get pretty good amounts of credits each match. I don't know if I pointed this out, but the voice announcers are also really good.
Ship lost. All units evacuate. This is all your fault.
Hey, you can't talk to me like that. I can't tell you how hyped I was when I dropped into a match on Camino and I saw
Delta Squad forming up.
Oh, yes! Holy shit! Who's next, huh? Who's next? A clone commando? He's got the grenade launcher? Now we're talking. It's go time, baby. For me personally, moments like these make for immense fan service, reconnecting me to the Star Wars franchise. The fact that DICE even gave a shit about Republic Commando, it warms my heart. And it was really in the heart of these updates that Battlefront 2 extended its life cycle. 28 updates over the course of 26 months. Almost a major update every month. Each were substantial, representing the movies. I mean, this is now the game for Star Wars fans. I feel I've been overly harsh towards the gameplay in the past, maybe due in part to nostalgia. But most of my complaints honestly come down to preference. I don't like how every weapon has the same battery charge mechanic attached